lot of stuff happening in WMMA and in MMA. We got some big fights coming up. We've had some fights that just happened recently. It was a pretty good card on UFC. I'm Dan Cox. I'm joined by the champ, Tonya Evinger. Tonya, listen, one of the things I find funny is a lot of times the fighters, they actually don't get a chance to watch the fights. And, is that the case? Did you watch the fights over the weekend, the UFC?
Yeah, I did. I don't remember any of them. I had a good weekend. I
just,
kind of elaborated my the decision on my fight and stuff, and went out and had some fun and got to get back to training camp.
And that had to feel good, man. That, I think there had to be a lot of pressure after that for you. I mean, being the champ and defending it the way you have, and then having that win streak and being at this stage in your career, that had to be a lot on you.
Yeah, it was a bummer, but I'm glad it turned out the right way, and we're still going on from here. So,
Yep.
I watched the fights. I forget who fought, but and if there's a girls fighting on the card, we usually watch them always.
Oh yeah, well, those are usually, if not the best fights, they're definitely right there. They're always good fights.
Right.
You can't get around it. And we've got the Cyborg deal with Chris, and I'm still curious because she holds the 145-pound belt in Invicta still, right?
All right.
And she does have fights at 140 in the UFC. I see a lot of petitioning to get Cyborg to do bare knuckle. Man, what do you think about it?
When she left Invicta, I knew she wasn't going to be back. I think that it doesn't do Invicta any good to let her hold the title and be fighting over the UFC. So I don't think it makes sense on any level, but she definitely deserves, the weight class in the UFC. I think it's a weight class. There's a lot of fighters that could make 145, whether they go up or down. So, it's going to be good. I think it's definitely time and deserved and needed at this time in the sport. So I'm excited, but I knew she wasn't going to come back. I had a feeling that this Anderson and Charmaine tweet thing would go down, and it was going exactly the way I thought.
Yeah, well, you usually are pretty spot on with that stuff. And, I guess it's kind of funny to me because I wonder, what is Chris going to do? I mean, she's got to know something. There's got to be something happening with the UFC for her.
Yeah.
And she's such a big draw.
And they had that article came out. Dana White said that he offered 2 fights and she turned it down. And obviously she said that, and he said it was 8 weeks notice, and she said that it was 10 weeks notice, and she needs at least 12 because of her last weight cut. It messed her body up so bad. So, I don't know. She said she's going to fight in March. She doesn't want to fight before March. So I'm excited to see who they got, and I know a couple girls already said yes. So I don't think she's going to run out of competition anytime soon. And perfect.
No, definitely not going to run out of competition. I mean, shoot, they haven't even. You're not even over there yet fighting her. So. And obviously, and for me, I look at it, and you got Conor McGregor, who was holding the 145, 155. The UFC took the 145 from him. I think that would be the case with Chris as well over at Invicta. I know her name brings a lot to the table if she's fighting there. If she's not, then it really doesn't. So
do you think that he is a 2 title holder? Because this is the way I look at it.
He's got to defend it.
Yeah. He's got to defend. I think he has to defend both of them within the same time that he's holding both of them to make it legit. Otherwise, you just switch weight classes. You switch weight classes and went straight to the top, but you still just switch weight classes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a weird situation for me, but.
Well, I agree with that too, because and you'll hear fighters say it all the time. Listen, until I defend the belt, I'm not really the champ. I won the title. I have to defend it. And if you're going to claim 2 weight divisions, then you have to fight in that period of time in both weight divisions. You've got to be able to make that cut. And I know that you've talked about taking the 125-pound belt and keeping your 135. So you would go by that same rule yourself.
Right. And that's what I was figuring. I could go back and forth. But
Yeah.
honestly,
Well,
I think I changed my mind about going to 125 because I hate cutting weight.
I don't know how you could do it. I mean, I just don't. Women, you don't carry the kind of fat and everything that the guys do. It's so much harder for women to drop, and that's why Cyborg. I do agree with her, but I also think that listen, she could lose some muscle. Nothing like a lot of running to burn off some muscle, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
but some people. I mean, she's already cutting a lot of weight. I
yeah,
mean,
she's big.
cutting a lot of weight. So
And
I mean, it is what it is. I think the weight class needs to be there. So
I do
I mean,
too.
it's about time, and.
I think it's unsafe for one when you've got girls that have to make a certain weight that is just totally unhealthy for them. I mean, that's the whole point of giving,
But that's the sport. That's the sport, and that's the way competition is. And if you want to stay within the competition, you got to play by this.
That's right.
What's going on? You got to keep up with everybody. So.
Yeah. Well, the IV thing made a big difference for Chris. I mean, that made a big difference for Chris. And I thought once that came down, there's no way she's gonna drop weight like that. She's not gonna make it. And I had talked to people when she was doing test cuts, and it was, I guess, really bad. And I've seen fighters weighing in, and I've seen them hurt, and where you just wonder.
I realize how the hard cut for probably the hardest cut, but we all cut weight that way. It ain't like we're all just sitting back,
Yeah.
freaking snacking and sipping on wine. Like, boy, she's over here suffering. We all cut that hard.
Yeah.
We all do, and we all cry. We all get in the tub, and we all get in the sauna. We all do the same thing. So I mean, it's miserable for everybody.
Torture.
It's just part of it. It's part of it.
But you know what? The bottom line is on fight night, and I've been wrong 99% of the time when I've sat there and watched fighters and Invicta have a trouble with the weight cut where I'm thinking, oh man, that's, she's going to gas early. I mean, she just can't. And then boom.
Some of us recover though.
You.
Some of us recover and some of us don't. And
I'll tell you what.
You gotta just train. I don't know. I'm trying to do it the healthiest way possible now that I'm older, but it's a bummer, but
I would have lost bets.
Whatever.
I would have lost bets on you, Tonya, because I've seen you have weight cuts in the past that I was concerned that you looked so bad to me. And then on fight night, you had no issues. You went the full. I think you made it to the last round before you pounded her out. But the point was you were not gassed. You were strong. You looked healthy. You had put the weight back on. And without IVs, I mean, how is that? Because you're
is suffering for me. 1 pound is suffering.
Oh, well, that's the worst, isn't it? The last pound.
Yeah, it's all horrible.
And you're the champ. So you don't have that pound leeway. You've got to be right on the dot. That's dedication. I mean, that's what. That's why not everybody can be a champ, regardless of their talent level.
Right.
Mental game is there. Yeah.
What about Angela Hill going back to UFC?
I just was shocked when she came into Invicta, and it seemed like she was fighting on every card, and I was like, wow, she must.
I think she came in at a great spot where she was getting beat at UFC, and she came in and people kind of underestimated her. I mean, I underestimated her a couple times, and she came in and she fought great fights and has done great, and it's maybe that's what she needed to move on and to be able to come back and actually get in there and compete like she wanted to. So, everybody has their ups and downs in their career, and I guess
I love it. I love it because you can see the fighter when she's. I don't know, she's caught out of the UFC and then makes her way back. But for me, the elite women, they need to be fighting in the UFC. That's why there's so many that are elite now. I mean, it's just changed over the last 5 years. It's just totally changed. The talent levels totally changed. And you could have those weight divisions, in the UFC. You could have the 125, the 145.
Right.
I mean, it's a no-brainer to me. It's the talent is there. So I guess it's going to take something like an Avenger Cyborg super fight. I want to see that, Tonya.
Well, I mean, if she ain't trying to do no catch weight anymore, they can't really do the super fights. They'd be one of us going up or down,
Yeah.
And obviously she ain't coming down, so I mean I'll go up. So.
But you know what though?
Checkbook out full.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That is what I was going to say. And not as a friend, as a fan, as a guy that loves the sport, I will tell you exactly what I think about that fight. I think that most of her opponents are beaten before they get in the cage. There's a big mental thing with Chris. And I also know that she's extremely predictable in her attack, man. She comes forward, wide shots, pressure, and she just gets people to cave and back up. You're not afraid of her. That's a fact. I don't think you're afraid of anybody, to be honest with you. But beyond that, you have the tools to beat her. You've got those special things to beat her. And this is a fight that is extremely competitive, man. And honest to God, if I did not know Tonya Evinger, I would say this is one of those fights I would wait to the last minute before I could make a pick. I'd have to see how they look and how the girls are,
You're like, if she gets out of the first round, then she might be on the radar.
You know what? The first you've got to weather the blitz. I mean, that tornado that comes, that is Cyborg, and she's so strong. She does hit so hard. That last fight she had, I felt sorry for her opponent. I can't remember her name. I know it was the first time I had seen her compete, and she didn't look like she had ever struck before. And she was supposed to be, a Muay Thai fighter, and it was shocking. The post-fight interview, she said it was funny. And I thought, whoa, that says a lot right there. Hey, I've got some questions from fans.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Now, this question right here, they want to know what we were just talking about, which is weight divisions. Do you think you could fight at 125 and 135 and maintain those titles? And is that something that you would be interested in? And we just talked about it.
Yes, I do. And yes, I do. And all the above, but, it's got to be, better than the options I have on the plate already. So, I guess until anything's offered or something's put up there to toss around as an idea, it's just me talking right now. So, I guess that's how you get things you want. You talk about it.
You have to. You've got to nowadays. That is the key. And we've got another question too, and it's about Cyborg actually. And they want to know if you had the chance to fight Chris Cyborg, how do you think you would fare in the fight, and how do you think you would come out on top? Basically, is how they said it.
I think I do pretty good. I think I definitely have a chance of winning, and I would come out on top just with that trick.
Yep.
And I would say, just kidding. I think I am an unorthodox enough fighter to beat a lot of people, and I think that's a great tool I have on my side. So worked so far.
I think not just that. I think the mental game is huge in this, and when Chris doesn't get what she wants through the first round, and if the opponent is actually putting up a fight, you see her tire, but you also see that mindset change a little bit. And, this is a mental game, man. If you're able to control Chris Cyborg in the second and third rounds, fourth rounds, she's in trouble.
Yeah.
She's in trouble. I want to see that fight. So I want to tell you, Tonya, first of all, I'm excited about the future for you. I think that there's some really big things coming. I think Invicta is going to pop out with some stuff as well that's going to be exciting. I think there's some good fights to be made.
Yeah, I think they're going to have a lot of action this year, a lot of fights, and there's a lot of new talent in there. And with the people that are moving in and out of the divisions and stuff, going to UFC or coming back or just signing up as a Invicta, I think you're going to have a big mix of girls in there and put on some shows.
I think you're going to see a lot more of that. I think you're going to see a lot more. I think it was Jamie Moyle that came up in the last card and fought. And she did a great job. She was very impressive, and it's good to see. And I think we're going to see a lot more of that. I think Invicta is it is the elite women. It is women's MMA. It is the UFC for women, basically. I'd love to see it blown up that way, to be honest with you. But hey, anything else happening? Any sponsors you got to shout out and say hi to? Anything like that?
No, I just want to get everybody to jump on Victor's webpage or whatever,
Yep.
and hit him up and tell me you want me to fight in the January card, and let's get a 3-match going and do it right this time.
And that's it right there, guys, because we really do have a huge influence. I say all the time, power in numbers, make a difference. That's not just talk. It's really the truth. And if we all get together and we do what we always do, we petition for the fights that the fans want to see, and that's what it's all about. I think we can make some things happen. I'm looking forward to that. So, hey, Tonya, thanks again. And we'll see you on the next show. And I thought that was odd.
I don't know.
But any word on rematches?
I not yet. Nobody really told me anything, and I've been told that it's going to happen. I just don't know when.
But you,
January.
yes, and I agree with that as a fan.
Oh, maybe go.
Yeah. Come on, guys, let's make it happen, man. This is a fight that everybody wants to see, and it needs to happen. The faster, the better for everyone. So we're going to petition a little bit. It's got to happen. Listen, for Fight TV, for Modern Pugilist Entertainment, I'm Dan Cox. She's Tonya Evinger. Of course, she is the champ. We will see you next time.